The Directorate of Industrial Training is a skills quality assurance body under the Ministry of Education and Sports with the mandate of developing occupational standards, regulating work-based schemes, applying and expanding the Uganda Vocational Qualifications Framework, accrediting assessment center, as well as assessing and awarding Uganda vocational qualifications as provided for in the BITVET Act of 2008.
The Directorate mandate is to develop occupational standards, to regulate worker-based training, then to develop, expand Uganda Vocational Qualifications Framework, to assess and award occupational qualifications.
Secondary schools.
National Curriculum Development Center is working in partnership with the Directorate of Industrial Training to skill ordinary level learners in the different subjects, the vocational subjects that they can opt for when they are studying at ordinary level. This came about as a result of the need for learners who are competent rather than just knowledge-based learners. So learners with skills that can help them in the world of work.
We keep them with the skills that they can be able to start on their own projects. For example, when you visit our workshops, you find that they are doing some small projects. You find a student is making a bag in textile. You find a student is making a candle stand in metal fabrication.
Mbarara Municipal Primary School is one of the model primary schools under the Universal Primary Education UPE program, with an enrollment of over 4,000 pupils. The school is one of the model primary schools implementing the dual curriculum, where learners are subjected to vocational training in bakery, tailoring, knitting, soap making, art and designing, and computer, alongside their basic general education. This approach is in response to the demands of the world of work for marketable skills, where schools are required to produce learners who are competitive and are able to do things with their hands.
Help me in future in case I don't get a job, I will get self-employed.
We can also get more training when we go to higher education.
The vocational training at this school is facilitated by the Ministry of Education and Sports as part of the non-formal training program, which aims at equipping Ugandans with hands-on skills for self-reliance.
Parents feel that when we engage these people in vocational studies, we waste time, they don't finish the syllabus. Even at the end, when a people does not perform very well in PLE, the parent feels that that child is a failure. But you never know where the talent of this child falls. Through these vocational skills, if one is able to do tailoring or baking or computer, one can easily make a breakthrough in the future. We have seen very many students who have degrees but are on streets. They don't have jobs. So here we are training people to be job creators but not job seekers. And we pay attention to both the academic and vocational.
At the end of the skills training program, learners undergo competence-based assessment and certification by the Directorate of Industrial Training under the Ministry of Education and Sports, in line with the Uganda Vocational Qualifications Framework, before sitting for their final primary leaving examinations.
Our assessment is competency-based assessment. However, you have to learn a skill. After that, learning the skill, you are assessed, you can market your product and earn a living. So both the primary kids, they can earn a living. However, it can also motivate them to continue with skills in secondary, and this is the foundation of the dual curriculum.
The method helps learners to come up with business ideas during school term holidays, which helps them to be enterprising and self-sustaining at a young age.
Actually, even when she comes for holidays, I have to buy her threads so that she keeps practicing knitting, because it is even something that you can do after and support yourself. like the challenges we have in employment these days. Knitting is something you can buy thread, you can get your machine and support yourself as your personal employment.
Really ignited a fire in her without looking at education as, just reading books and, doing exams, something that she can do outside the formal sector to build herself for now and for the future.
As parents, we are very happy, we are excited because this program gives a different perspective of education to our children. The skills gained are really, really, really important for our children, and we are enjoying the outcome.
A total of 1,309 pupils have been assessed and certified by the Directorate of Industrial Training since 2017.
I've been trying to enter a university for many times and I failed 3 times. I never thought in my dream to become a PhD and of honor. But I did work very hard. I just failed examinations again and again. And my story tells that those people work very hard but failed again and again. Don't give up. Someday, a great university like Hong Kong University is waiting for you. A real entrepreneur not only know how to make money, but how to spend money. And we do not live for money. We do not work for money. When you have 1 million, that is your money. When you have 10 million, maybe the problem comes. When you have $100 million, I think that is not your money. That's the trust the society give it to you. That they believe you can spend the money better. You can use the money better. A real business people make the money by solving the social problems for the others. Among all the challenges, I think the most challenging thing is about education. Even if today the best university of the world will face the same challenges, because everything we teach our kids are the things that in the past 200 years, the things we taught them, the machine will do better. So we have to think about what is the best way, what are the contents to teach our kids in the future. We have to teach the kids that win the machines, and machine will never be able to win the man. This is my belief, because machine only have the chips, human have the heart. So I think we have to change from now on the education system. In the future, it's not about the competition of knowledge, it's the competition of creativity. It's a competition of imagination. It's a competition of learning. It's a competition of independent thinking. If you think like a machine, the problem will come. In the past 20 years, we make people like a machine. In the next 20 years, machine will look like a people. So in the future, it's not knowledge-driven, it's the wisdom-driven. It's the experience-driven. So in the past, it's the knowledge-driven, and it's the manufacturing-driven, and in the future is the creativity-driven. So this is what we think the world should be focusing on